Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of 2026 of the Cover 4 podcast. As Randy Gibson and I are going to kind of hash over the playoff games that were played and get set up for the semifinals coming up Thursday night and Friday night. But before that, uh, hats off to Redmond head football coach Darren Cheverini. He picked up an honor. He had one of the best seasons in about 20 years. And with that, he was honored by the CFB network as its Division II Coach of the Year. So a national honor for Darren as the Redmond went 9-3 this past year. Still got a couple of games they're trying to fill in the schedule. Those are going to be the 1AA gate games uh, that will be guarantees for the Redmond in 2026. But hats off to Darren Cheverini, uh, agreed in principle to the 3-year deal. Now looking to see who they'll bring in 2026 for Redmond football. They'll be hopefully and keep it going, and hopefully the teams that we play, their seasons will be better, and maybe we can get a chance to be in the top eight in Super Region 4 and maybe make the playoffs since first time since 2000.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. And congratulations to the coach. What an
Yeah,
honor.
that is a big honor for that. Well, the playoff games last week
Brought some
kind of
surprise.
surprising
Ah,
on a couple of them. I did not uh, think that Texas Tech was going to lay an egg, but boy,
no,
did they ever.
they sure did.
Uh,
Not even
Credit
a close
the,
game.
the defense came to play,
Yeah, they did.
but the offense, 53 yards rushing in that ball game. I'm telling you that was something that I was not expecting from the Red Raiders. I was listening to it a little bit uh, when I was outside, but I'll tell you, the Texas Tech guys, they were really, really surprised with the way
Yeah,
that they played.
it was quite a shock, honestly, because, they were known by their offense, but that's typical of Big 12 in a lot
Uh,
of times. So, you have these high ranking rushing passing offenses, and then all of a sudden they get into a bowl game with a non-conference school, and ooh, they just get shut down completely. I've kind of faced that from my own alma mater before.
yes, yeah. And speaking about your old alma mater, they might be glad that they got beat by Alabama.
That was a shocker. That was probably the most shocking game to me, honestly, because
Mhm.
I I picked Alabama to win that game
Yeah,
because
I,
it didn't seem like to me that Indiana had played anyone all that tough other than Ohio State, and especially
mhm.
not a defense like an Alabama defense. And I was really shocked, honestly.
they ripped them to
It
shreds.
sure did.
Uh,
Do
the
nothing.
weather did not help matters. I mean, did you watch game day,
Yeah,
uh, New Year's Day?
yeah.
I mean, they had the tarp on the
I saw.
field.
Yeah.
Uh, they did not, none of the guys except for Reese Davis brought rain gear.
No.
Uh, Kurt was trying everything in the world to try to stay dry where he was at because I think the wind was blowing just right where the rain, even though they're underneath a cover, he was getting wet.
He was getting wet, and the one that was making me snicker some was McAfee. You know, You didn't know
you
what
know.
to think whenever the hard stuff started coming down.
Oh, I'm telling you that that is unusual for California to get a rainstorm like that, especially New Year's Day. I
Yeah,
mean, the
exactly.
bands had to break out their rain gear, their rain slickers. Uh, uh, the pavement was wet.
Mm.
Uh, so, I mean, hats off to the band people, the people driving the floats. I
Yeah,
mean, that was another thing
yeah, exactly.
because
Exactly.
you're used to driving on dry pavement, not with it raining
Yeah, with
during the
hard.
Tournament of Roses parade.
Yeah, yeah. It was quite a deal. The bands, I don't know if you noticed, the bands didn't get to do the pregame stuff because they
Oh,
were saving the field.
yeah, they had to save the field
Yeah, they didn't have a choice.
because they're
By the time the
they had
bands
so
got
much
done, it was a
rain
disaster.
out there
Yeah.
uh, that uh, even Santa Anita Racetrack, who is uh, now running, they have only run 2 days. They usually start the day after Christmas. Well, they didn't. They wound up running Sunday and moved the Friday card to Monday.
Mm.
So, and then they didn't run at all this weekend because of rain, and that is highly unusual out there. I mean, they've had to move uh, 2 cards to a Thursday just to try to make up their dates.
It's crazy. They're getting the rain and we're not here just to their east.
Yeah, in Utah, and even here, we're dry. I think the last time we have seen any rain was early December, and I think we only had like 22 hundredths of an inch of rain in December. And the drought conditions are getting getting up there, and we're in need of some water, and we're supposed to get some rain late Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and hopefully we can get some water in the ground because the pond out at Cherokee Springs is really starting to get low, and we need that thing built up before the heat brings in. That way they don't have to uh, get water from the city.
Yeah, it's rough here. No snow on the mountains whatsoever.
Yeah, you were telling me before we
Hmm.
came on the air that has have not seen any snow in the ski resorts.
No,
So
and
that's not good.
no, absolutely no snow down here in the valley. The peaks got a little bit over this past weekend, but nothing down below.
Hmm. These other 2 ball games, Miami
Mm,
winning and knocking off Ohio State.
yeah,
I was uh, I was happy to see Ohio State go down, but the way that Miami played, I mean, you talk about fired up. It was in Arlington, so
yeah.
you had Jimmy Johnson and Michael Irvin there.
Hmm.
Then Ray Lewis was there, and you talk about 3 guys that were fired up.
Yeah, they
I
were.
mean, they were really fired up.
Sure
And
were.
then at the Sugar Bowl was Ole Miss with all the turmoil they've had,
Yeah,
Lane leaving and all that. They kick a field goal, take the lead. Georgia tries to pull the lateral across the field, doesn't connect, and the ball hits the pylon.
yeah,
And that meant that was a safety.
yeah.
So the score winds up instead of 37-34, wound up 39-34. And
Which
so
that
now,
was a shocker to me too.
yeah, uh, Ole Miss gets Miami, and then the rematch of Indiana and Oregon. And that one will be played in Tempe, or not Tempe, but in Glendale. It used to be in Tempe at
Yeah.
Glen Devil Stadium, but now it's out, as Berman calls it, the Big Toaster
Yeah.
out in Glendale.
Yep.
Some interesting ball games, to say the least, coming up Thursday night and Friday night.
Yeah, for sure. It's not who I don't think most of us expected to be there at
No,
this point at
no,
all.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't
I
either.
know you didn't see it coming.
Mm-mm.
So it'll be quite interesting to see these two ball games, and wanting to see who gets to call those ball games. One of them will be the A team, which Herbstreit, Fowler, and then Holly Rowe and whoever else will be on the sideline. Then the other ball game, I would figure Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy will get the other ball game. So, but one thing for sure, you can put it on ESPN too. McAfee will be at both games
Oh
with
yeah.
with his thing that he does,
Yeah.
just like he did at the Rose Bowl. So anyway, um, your predictions on those two games?
Man, I was so shocked uh, um, with the outcomes of both. Indiana, they looked really good against Alabama. I mean, they looked great.
Uh, they may be for real,
Yeah, they may really be.
and Alabama fans were say mad would be an understatement.
Yeah,
That's number one, saying they hired the wrong guy. I mean, they had a chance to get Signetti,
yeah.
and they hired DeBoer,
Hmm.
and athletic director might be he may be on the hot seat.
Probably so
For,
after that.
yeah, but I think they'll be better. I mean, that might have been for Alabama. That might have been just the wake up call they needed.
Yeah, might have been.
So we'll see
Might have
what
been.
happens.
Um,
Uh, I
I,
got to say, I
I'm,
got even though Indiana beat them in Eugene, I got to take them again.
I do too. After watching them play Alabama, and I know how good Alabama is. We played
Hmm.
twice Oklahoma, and they're not a slouch of a football team by any.
No, no.
And so I got to take Indiana on that one.
Then the other one, Miami and Ole Miss.
I'm going to go with Ole Miss only because
I'm,
I have to. It's
I'm
it's SEC and I Oklahoma standpoint, SEC bias, and still the grudge against Miami from from 40 years ago.
yeah.
So I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
I I am thinking of Ole Miss. This quarterback, he's going to come back next year. He's already said that.
Hmm. And how good for
And
them with all of the debacle with Kiffin and the coaching staff and all of that, Uh,
mhm.
how great would it be for Ole Miss to go to the national championship game?
and the assistants are staying at Ole Miss until they are done. They're not going to LSU until uh, the
Good.
bowl season is over with. They've already said that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's good.
Yeah. It
And
was.
Lane may have told them to stay at Ole Miss
Hmm.
uh, until they get done. Even though we are in the transfer portal season right now, just like
Yeah.
uh, just like uh, we talk about transfer portal in football, American football, but it's also around the world. It's transfer portal season for the soccer teams right now. So there are teams making adjustments in the mid-season uh, around the world. So uh, that's something that will take place for a couple of more weeks with the soccer teams, just like it is for the college football teams. Arkansas's picked up several new ones. In fact, they picked up the kicker from Tennessee to be their one of their place kickers.
Yeah, it's
Even
in
though the guy staying that was there this year, he
and
may be their kickoff guy. So
portal. It's just so crazy.
it is.
Oklahoma lost several to the portal, but we've picked up one from Florida. We picked up one from Arkansas, and picked up one from Texas, a wide receiver
Yep.
from Texas. So
Yep. It's it'll be interesting. Get your program ready when the first game of the season starts. And
yeah,
in fact, for us, if we could get our mitts on, it would be get the get the press guide.
let's hope so.
Yep. So
I'm hoping to, with Oklahoma doing a little bit better this year, I'm hoping they get a game or two more than they had
right.
last year.
Yep. Well, with football nearing its end as far as the way we like it, college football.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball is going right now. NSU, the men currently 1-3, 8-5 on the year. They've got to go to Edmond, and that will be tomorrow night. So they'll take on the Broncos. So that's the UCO Newman trip. That's how they do it. They have two teams together. So Rogers State will be up in Wichita, and then Northeastern will be in Edmond, and then they'll flip flop on Saturday, play Saturday afternoon up in Kansas. So that will be. They're currently, like I say, they're currently 8-5. The girls, on the other hand, I'm pulling them up. They are currently, as soon as I can get their record, they are 10-3. They're 2-2 in the conference. So
Mm-hmm.
both teams uh, playing pretty good right now. So hopefully they can get a couple of wins this week and improve their status in the MIAA. And uh, speaking about MIAA, baseball also getting around the corner because a little something different. Uh, Baseball team's going to be able to start practice next week. They've
Already?
been having to wait 2 weeks, 2 more weeks until this year, and now they're getting, instead of 3 weeks prior to the season starting, they're getting 5 weeks, just like spring training.
Wow.
So that's good for the Division Ones. That's going to help Arkansas out,
Oh,
OU, OSU, uh, ORU. That's going to help. That's something that everybody will get used to, and that'll help the pitchers, especially
mhm.
with these
Yeah.
early ball games coming up in February. Uh, Arkansas starts the season down in Arlington, down at Globe Life Field. They play that 3-game series down there. Them and Oklahoma State will play in a classic. OU will be down there, I believe, the following week.
I think
Uh,
that's correct. Yes.
so
And so,
it's good the Rangers open up the ballpark for these college teams to get 3 games in. They don't have to worry about the weather. That's the other good thing is that the weather is never a factor because the roof
mhm.
is uh, is up. So that's a good thing for college baseball when you can take advantage of playing underneath a roof. So, high school basketball right now, Tahlequah, let's see how they're doing right now. Boys are currently 3-1. They are will play as we are talking right now, which is on Tuesday. They are playing tonight in Pryor. So they'll take on the Pryor Tigers. Their last game, they lost by 20 to Memorial. And then played Stillwell. Don't have a score on it. But they're back home next Tuesday night. They'll take on a team that always gives us fits, the Claremore Zebras.
Always.
Always.
After
And
you.
then a Thursday night game at home against East Central, and then turn around and go to Glenpool on Friday. They'll have 3 games next week. So get a chance to get out and support your favorite basketball team, whether it is Tahlequah, Sequoia, Hulbert, or Keys, as high school teams getting ready to hit the midpoint of their season. And within another month or so, we'll be talking district and regional playoffs.
There will already.
Yeah. And also check on the wrestling teams for Tahlequah, Sequoia, and Hulbert. Guy who we know, Dwayne Hammer, he coaches over at Hulbert. And then Sequoia and Tahlequah. In fact, Sequoia held a big wrestling tournament just before the holidays. So they had 4 mats going inside the Sequoia Center. So it was a big deal out there.
Mm-hmm.
So BYU, let's talk about them.
Yeah.
Football, and they came away with a win in the
And the
Pop
Pop.
Tarts
Oh,
Bowl.
yeah.
Our
Exciting
Billy
game.
Cosmo was quite busy, of course.
Yep. Comeback win. It was quite the show.
Yes, they drew a lot of people on. In fact, it was one of the better viewed bowl games.
Well, it
Uh,
was.
saw the numbers. I think it's like 8.4 million
Yeah.
watched that one. That's a good number. And how about the uniqueness of the trophy being a toaster?
In a toaster, I know. That was kind of fun to watch. That was kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, they hit a niche on the thing. I mean, it a good sponsor. It's similar to the Sun Bowl now, sponsored by Tony the Tiger. We're talking Frosted Flakes. That Tony the Tiger, and
Yeah.
it's been a good thing for the one of the oldest bowl games outside of the Rose Bowl is the Sun Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was out there uh, going on 10 years ago for a bowling tournament, uh, I did not rent a car while I was out there. I'd kind of like to have drove out there and seen that stadium there in El Paso.
Yeah.
But I got to see a very nice baseball stadium from outside of my hotel room. The AAA affiliate of the San Diego Padres is in El Paso. And one thing was looking out. You could look inside the ballpark, but then also you looked across the way and you saw Mexico.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool when you're there in El Paso to look across. You can see across the river and into Old
Yes.
Mexico.
Yeah. And there was a sign there at the intersection of the where the ballpark was at, where I walked down to the convention center where we bowled. And you say, how in the world are you bowling in a convention center? I said, well, they built 48 lanes in there.
Yeah.
There was a sign with an arrow pointing to the left and said Juarez, Mexico on it.
Yeah.
And I was not going to Juarez because I didn't have a passport, still don't own a passport.
Got the
And I
passport.
wasn't going over that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
You got to
anyway,
be careful going over there. You got to have a lot of people don't know that. You got to have at least one of the travel cards, if not a full passport, to get into there now.
yep, that's true. That is true. Well, I would have had the tribal card, but uh, I wouldn't have trusted it.
Yeah,
Like that.
exactly.
So, um, the how many guys have BYU picked up as far as
You
in the
know,
port?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up, but I know they're really excited. Now, they did lose their defensive coordinator. He is going to Michigan with Kyle
Mm.
Whittingham.
Well, he's going with Whittingham up there.
Yep.
That has Utah found their coach yet, or are they still looking?
Still looking, I think. Um, some are saying the defensive coordinator may take it over, but not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what's going to happen there yet.
Mm-hmm. Be interesting to see what the schedule looks like in 26 for BYU. Uh,
Sure will.
see who's coming in as far as teams are concerned. Did BYU play Colorado this last year or not?
I don't think so.
So
No.
then either go to Boulder or possibly Coach Prime comes to Provo, one of the two. Their schedule will be similar to the way that the SEC is doing their schedule,
Yeah,
where
I
they'll
think so.
rotate. So, but
I think so. I was kind of looking at BYU's portal. Um, they got a lot of, it seems like they got a lot of freshmen and redshirt sophomores that are transferring and going into the portal.
mm-hmm.
Um, Dominic McKenzie, a wide receiver, Jake Griffin, a offensive tackle, Hillstead, the quarterback, redshirt sophomore quarterback, McKay, he's going in. Another wide receiver, Lamison Waller. They didn't get much playing time. Uh, Bear, the quarterback that's did the year, he's coming back for sure. And um, you can see why the quarterbacks would kind of be looking.
Yeah.
They got several key players who are returning, though. The Trey Alexander, the one who did really well, a cornerback sophomore, he's coming back. Junior safety, Raider Talmooney, coming back. Andrew Gentry, a redshirt junior offensive tackle, key coming back. Redshirt junior wide receiver, Parker Kingston. That's probably the biggest one. 66 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 230 punt return yards, 9 touchdowns. He's coming back.
So
So,
you guys be the blue and white for the Cougars. Looks like they'll be not too bad next year.
right, right. I think they'll be. I think Kalani will do okay.
Oh yeah.
I think
You
he'll
know, I
be
was talking about basketball. Uh, I'll tell you one of the hottest teams right now in basketball around here, surprisingly, is Tulsa.
really.
They are 12-2. Now they lost Saturday down at the Super Pit down in Denton. Got beat 7 by North Texas, but they're currently 12-2 on the year. Now, if they
Wow.
right the ship, get back to their winning ways, uh, don't be surprised that Eric Conkle gets the Golden Hurricane at least sniffing at an NIT bid and maybe even an NCAA bid. So that'll help out.
Talk
Uh,
Yeah, and talking about BYU in basketball, I just want to point out they're 13-1 overall so far,
Mm-hmm.
third in the Big 12.
Yep. And then Arkansas got a big win Saturday over Tennessee. They've got to face, they go on the road this week. They've got Ole Miss, and they have got them. As soon as I pull up the schedule, oops, get it back up here. Like I say, the girls have a rough stretch. They've got South Carolina. That could be a possible bloodletting because South Carolina is always good, and Arkansas's rebuilding. They got to go to Ole Miss and they got to go to Auburn this week before coming home to face South Carolina and then go to Georgia. So they've got 2 Saturdays where they're on the road. So,
Talking about basketball, we was talking off the air just a second about the Oklahoma ladies basketball.
yes,
Number 5
running
in
number
the country,
5 right now. Yeah.
but they've got some big ones coming up. And
Ooh, I mean, that's,
oh, this Thursday, taking on number 18 Ole Miss for a conference game.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Then
Number of teams that are ranked in the top 25
Sunday, get a load
SEC.
of the ladies' schedule. I'm going to read this off to you here. Thursday, January 8th, number 18 Ole Miss. Sunday, January 11th, number 6 Kentucky.
Ooh,
Sunday, January 18th, number 12 LSU.
mm-hmm.
And January 22nd, number 3 South Carolina.
And Arkansas's got them tomorrow night.
So,
Yeah, it
wowzer.
gets a little it gets a little bit deep in the Southeastern Conference,
Yeah,
even on the women's side.
doesn't it? Yeah,
I
yeah, it
mean, that
does.
number 5 ranking might not be there in a couple of weeks if
Not,
you're not careful.
no.
But anyway,
Gets pretty rough in the SEC.
yes, it does. It's as I say, like the dog who sat on sandpaper, rough, rough. Yeah.
Right, that's right.
Anything else that we can chew on before we sign off the air this week?
No, looking to see how the area high school teams do as it comes up, and um, be interesting to follow. So,
Yes,
looking
it's
forward to
going to
that.
be interesting to follow all 4 of the teams. The uh, Lady Riders over in Hobart are playing pretty good right now. I got to get everybody's schedule and I'll get their records and try to get that up for next week. That's just kind of see where everybody's at. Uh, it is some of them. It is tournament week this week. Uh, some of them are playing tournaments, some of them are not. You have the option of 14 games, 3 tournaments, or 16 games and 2 tournaments. That's the limit that the OSSAA puts on teams as far as playing is concerned. They can
Mhm.
play either 22 or 23 ball games. Arkansas, that's not the case. They play a bunch of ball games in November and December, and that's when they play their uh, tournament games mostly is November and December. But now they are in their conference, so they go from for conference games in January and February before you get into the playoffs over there in Arkansas. And Arkansas, they play with 35-second shot clock. That's something we'll see next year here in the state of Oklahoma, and I'm going to be glad to see that.
Yeah, me too.
So I think that'll do it this week for the Cover 4 podcast. We'll kind of take a look at how the national championship game will look like a week from Monday night, and then talk a little round ball, see how everybody's doing around the area, and also how NSU does this weekend up in Wichita and also in Edmond. And we'll talk about that next week when we come back on the Cover 4 podcast. We'll see you then.